let's go on with the Levy phase and begin it with the Teutonic side. And only one lord can levy, can muster, and it's Andreas. Before that, after Arts of War, nobody will pay anyone, not yet anyway, and no one disbands. So yeah, it's the muster, and Andreas is in the friendly locale, he's there, and he's the only lord in play. So what I want to do with the Teutonic is to muster as many lords as possible at once and have them right in the field. So let's do that. I have 3 lordship to do, and I will use all of them to muster these 3 ready lords. And in order, it's going to be Herman, then Rudolf, and then Yaroslav. So that depends on their fealty rating. So let's begin with Herman. Yes, he musters here. I will put him on this side like that. Next will be Rudolf. Rudolf has a fealty of 5. Yes, he can muster like this. And Yaroslav, he's got a fealty of 4. Yes, he musters too. So all my 3 lords muster. So let's do this. Herman, service rating of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes here. Rudolf has 2. 1, 2. It goes here. And Yaroslav, service 2. 1, 2. He goes here. So Rudolf will go in his seat, Herman on this seat, and Yaroslav, since Pskov is conquered, he will go at his seat in Pskov. So let's see what they got. Herman, 1 coin, 1 transport, 1 provender. I'm gonna take 1 coin. Here, 1 transport, it's gonna be a boat this time, because it's summer, and 1 provender. Rudolf, 1 transport, 1 provender. He's here, so he's gonna get a cart and a provender. Cart and provender. Like this. And Yaroslav, 1 transport, 1 provender. He's here. This time he's gonna get a boat. 1 boat here and 1 provender. Like this. So I'll put the troops. Knight, men at arm, light horse. Knight, light horse, men at arm. Like this for Yaroslav. Knight, sergeant, men at arm. Knight, men at arm, sergeant for Rudolf. Like this. Knight, sergeant, 2 men at arms. Knight, sergeant, and 2 men at arms. Like that. Knight. Oh. That should be a sergeant. Good. So that's all for muster for the Teutonic side. Next, there is only Alexander who is ready on this side, who is available for muster. He's at Novgorod. So he's going to muster another lord. But who is ready? There is Andrei and the Karelians. But I'm going to keep Andrei there and delay his arrival in order to get more victory points, because that's a way for the Russians to get more victory points. However, I'm going to start by mustering the Karelians, and they are going to muster right here. So let's do this. He's got a lordship of 4, and the Karelians get a fealty of 4. So I need to roll 4 or less. Yes, they muster. they go here. That's it. So that's one lordship. Second lordship will be one more man-at-arm. I'm gonna take these ones with the service of 4. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So one more man-at-arm. Because I want to keep the number of units below 6, and I want to get the crossbowmen for Alexander. So Alexander, where are the crossbowmen? Yeah, this one. Or that. So I could take either that one or that one. Play on Vladislav or Karelian to shift or lordship +2. Play any time to add 4 provender to a lord in Rus. So I prefer to have this event, so I'm going to use this card on Alexander, like that. So now he's got crossbowmen. Pretty good. Karelians have a service of 2. 1, 2. They go here. They have one transport from here. I put their cylinder there. They're going to get a boat. Like that. So 1 light horse, 3 militia. 1 light horse and 3 militia. 4 militia. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So I still have 2 lordships with Alexander. 1, 2, and 3. So I get 1 more lordship. He's going to take... what is he going to need? I guess I could take a ship. That will be interesting. Because with a ship, I will be able to use the Baltic Sea trade card next turn, next summer. That will be interesting. However, they don't have any ships on the Teutonic side, so I think that will be a good idea. And with 2 lords in play, I have 1 room left for the Baltic Sea trade. As long as I am able to muster new capability cards next turn. So I will need to start the new turn in the summer in a friendly locale, so I have to make sure of that. So yeah, I'm going to do that and put 1 ship on Alexander's mat. Like that. So that's the end of the muster phase. Next is the call to arms, and now it gets interesting because the card William of Modena is in play, so I can take it, put it in Dorpat, in Herman's seat, and then I'm going to choose to have the lord there use his lordship. So that means that Herman can use his 3 lordship points to do whatever he likes. So what is he going to do with that? Herman, I want him to support Andreas in this front. The Teutonic is going to get offensive and go straight for the Karelians right there. But the 2 lords will need to be together. So the first thing will be to have Herman join Andreas there. So that's why I took a boat with him, so he can use this waterway, but then he is also going to need cards. So I will take a card like this, and then I'm going to take 2 cards, 2 capabilities on Herman. It's going to be the crossbowman. He's got 2 men at arms. That's always pretty good to have the crossbowman. And where is it? Where is the trebuchet? Yes, that's what I want. Because a trebuchet will be useful later when I'm going to get some... I'm going to get there. I want this place with the Teutonic, so this is where they're going to go. Okay, so I did this. With the Russians at first, and because there's a Black Sea trade, so I add 1 coin to the Vichy box. And I choose to delay the arrival of Alexander. So I push his Islander in the next season, in the next turn, in the next box. And that gives 1 more victory point in the Vichy box. Because I'm not yet at the maximum of 8 victory points. So I move the Russian victory marker there. So that's all for the muster phase, for the Levy phase. And I'm going to flip this marker to campaign already and begin the campaign. Let's go! Before the campaign, actually I'm going to make a change to Alexander's use of his lordship. So what I did is the crossbowmen, 1 vassal, the men at arms, I muster the Karelians, and I got a ship. So I will replace 2 of these use of lordship. I'm going to take away the ship and take away the vassal. No ship, no vassal. So I take the vassal back here. I can sell these actions. Instead of that, I still take the Karelians, and I still use the crossbow, take the crossbow, but I'm going to take the Archibishopric card. So every lord will have 1 extra seat in Novgorod. That will be very good. And I can do it now because I have 2 lords in place, so I can have this one. And I don't need the Baltic Sea trade yet. I can do it for next turn, when Vladislav is going to be in place, going to be mustered, and the 3rd card will be the Baltic Sea trade. That will give me +2 coins, as long as I have ships. So I do Archibishopric, and I will use this capability, Druzhina. This lord with knights has command +1, which will be very good for Alexander. It will be very good for him to have 4 commands instead of 3, because there are only 2 lords anyway in summer, so I will pick up 6 command cards. So Alexander is going to play 3 times, so I prefer him to have 4 commands instead of only 3, and that is going to replace the Luchniki card that is discarded right away. That card was picked during at the beginning of the game, so I will replace it with Druzhina. So that's it, and I want to keep the hill event available to be picked up. So that's the change I want to make.